Hi readers, so today we're going to be reading Don't Read This Book. Wait, that's not the title. That king, he looks like a king and he just ripped the page. Well, it's by Jill Lewis and it's illustrated by Deborah Albright. So let's see if we can get the title inside. It's all black here, so Stop! Don't read this book. By Jill Lewis and illustrated by Deborah Albright. And look, the page is torn. And little people are here too. Okay, we gotta read this book, so. Once upon a time, on a dark and stormy night, stop right there. Once upon a time, absolutely nothing happened whatsoever. I command you to go and read something else. There's no story. But someone had started reading now, hadn't they? Yes, I do mean you. The pen and the ink. I bet why he stopped the story. The king called the story writer. What do you mean it's not ready? I was promised a new story, and a new story I shall have. The king needed to find his story writer fast because he had the feeling he was being watched. You again, go away, or I'll fling you into prison. That's crummy. Well, that sounds really bad, but I guess if we flip the page, he won't mind. The king met a story writer. Ah, there you are. My new story is supposed to be starting right this minute. Where is it? I had some notes, but I lost them. I do have the title, sire. Well, half the title. I had it on this piece of paper here, you see, but it's torn. The Princess and the Something. What kind of title is that? Where can we find the rest of it? The story writer thought hard. Well, I've just come back from Beanstalk Crossroad. It might be there. What are we waiting for? Let's go find it. These two are everywhere. You're like, why are you flipping our pages? On the way to the Beanstalk Crossroad, the king and the story writer tried desperately to think of the title. Was it The Princess and the Incredibly Handsome King? No. Was it The Princess and the Amazingly Wise King? No. Was it The Princess and the Unbelievably Brave King? No, sire. Sorry, sire. Well, while they were thinking, a certain someone was still reading. Yes, I do mean you. Your Majesty, someone is watching us. Oh no, I think he knows about us. Don't look. Keep your eyes fixed straight and ahead and keep writing. Okay, let's flip the page. Oh no, I think they figured it out. I think we can flip the page out. If you turn one more page of the book, I'll throw you in the dungeon. Can you see there's no story? Go away. No, wait a minute. Here's a fury. My notes. Well, some of my notes. I found them. Hooray. Well, just get on with it, man. What do they say? That little gingerbread man is so right. What do they say? Good. The story begins with a storm. Good. I like a bit of drama. And then there's this princess. I think we guessed that on our own. Any other characters? Like a handsome, brave, and smart king, for instance? Oh, yes, Your Majesty. There's definitely a king in the story. Well, it wouldn't be a good story without one. So, what's going to happen? The writer looked around him. There were no more pages. What was he gonna do? Ooh, I don't know. Please don't look at this. Well, I don't know why they said to go read something else, because this is a pretty funny story so far. Is this what you're looking for? The next 2 pages, yippee! We need, let me see, a queen and a princess and 15 mattresses. And a fee, fi, fo, fum. Oh no. We certainly don't need any of that nonsense. Where are we going to find 15 mattresses? I think Red Riding Hood's grandma might have some spare ones. Look, R for Red Riding Hood and G for grandma. So I bet it's her house. They raced to grandma's cottage. Where they thoroughly confused the wolf. Your majesty, what fine clothes you have. What fancy shoes you have. And what a big crown you have. Yes, that's enough of that. We need your mattresses, and we need them now. Get out of bed immediately. Like, stop. You need them right now. Well, because these pages are running out. Suddenly, the writer came running in. I found my notes. We just need one more thing. What could that be? The pieces. I thought you were never coming. Well, Pete, honestly, I thought you were never coming, so... So now we've got everything. We've all got all the characters and the beginning and the middle and the end. This is going to be so exciting. It's fantastic. Oh, be quiet. Look, we've run out of space. We can't tell a story anyway. I'm not pleased. And we still don't even have a title. I have an idea. We can tell it on the last page, but we have to be really quick. Oh, and the title, I found that title. It's, okay, let's see the last page, and it better be a story. Thanks for asking. The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, on a dark and stormy night, a princess traveled through wind and rain to reach the castle of her beloved. But because of the storm, the king, who incidentally was both handsome and brave, so the queen having the castle did not believe that such a wet and messy girl could really be a princess. So the queen, having taken the advice of a very wise and good-looking husband, decided to give her a test. She asked the royal cook, who's this wolf, for a pea and slipped it beneath a pile of 15 mattresses on the bed prepared for the princess, because only a princess could have been so delicate. When the next morning the princess complained that she hadn't slept a wink because of the lump in her bed, but the queen and the king, whose cunning and brilliant plan had clearly worked, knew she must be a real princess. On hearing the good news, the prince immediately proposed to the princess, and the prince and the princess were married, and they all lived happily ever after. The end. And the pea's like, whew. I would be charred after being kept under like 15 mattresses and I bet she's a pretty heavy princess because she's like an adult. I bet so. I think there's one more page. I'm gonna keep reading this book. Why are you still here? It's your bedtime. Go away. And don't you dare read this book ever again. I thought that was a bad idea too. Okay, blame our viewers. Okay, so that was the end of the story. I hope you liked it. It was called, well, it didn't really have a title, but Don't Read This Book by Jill Lewis, illustrated by Jivra. Alright, if you like this book, make sure to subscribe and share. Bye, readers. Bye.